stuff like that, exactly. That, So in a sense, if you think about it, Funke Akindele is kind of like the local master for that. But she's doing it in a lowbrow way.
Okay.
This is more like a middle brow screwball, Nollywood screwball comedy. That's what this is. I think it's probably the first one. Unless, of course, you consider a film done almost 10 or 15 years ago by Babadi called Head Gun. I don't know if you saw that. Anyway, it's a while ago. Two-Face was in the film, all of this. It was just a screwball, just
in this one.
crazy stuff. No, Timini, no. So this one, this one features, Bad Day
those were the guys that were featured.
But yes, in the lead role, I guess, lead roles in quotes, since they're twin, real life twin, who's thing, Eugene Abu's daughters, or is and May. They went viral years ago during the pandemic for their singing and crazy songwriting.
It connects now.
Okay, this is the move because I think they mentioned one time. I think it was even on Smooth one time where they mentioned they had a film project. So this is it.
I know they came around. Yeah.
Okay. If it's this year, then maybe.
No, last year I think.
It was.
Yeah, I think this was shot late last year. So maybe
it was last year.
Maybe I wouldn't know. Anyway, but yes. Anyway, so it's pretty much follows the two of them. Okay. One of them gets into trouble, and then the other one kind of has to cover for that particular one. So I think it's new in the sense that I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know too many models for what they were trying to achieve. Too many local models, too many Nollywood models, what they're trying to achieve. And if you see it has very interesting editing choices.
Okay.
Where somebody closes the door here and the next thing somebody opens the other door and stuff like that.
Very much.
It's called match cuts, the technical name. Yeah. So a lot of that, very cleverly done film, but you can also tell that it's their first time. So yes, exactly. Yeah. So, but I was saying to them, because of course I was at the premiere and when they asked me stuff, I was like, I was saying to them that it's something that people should see now, but should understand in a way that they would only be able to grab what they need to do maybe by the second or third time they attempt it. Okay. So right now you see it and you're like, it's good ambition, or rather novel ambition, but the execution isn't particularly smooth yet.
Yahoo Plus.
No, so I think Yahoo Plus is a more accomplished film
than in terms of technically.
No. Okay, so
I'm based on saying you said.
Yeah. Can I butt in at this point? Thank you so far for the in-depth analysis, but we need to take a breather. And when we come back, hopefully we're going to be able to compare excellently Yahoo Plus and
Yes,
let's
do that.
You are listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1.
Yeah, we can also do that.
Emma's
Kasala. Yes. But in a sense, Emma's Kasala is a little bit too normal.
Emirates to
I feel like the boys are on an adventure. It's more like a coming of age drama that's funny than a screwball comedy. Yes, so that's kind of like think about it. Or maybe say this one.
That's a very short breather. 10 seconds.
I'll try to watch it.
10 seconds.
How many?
10 seconds now.
About 10 seconds now.
But I think everybody who is, I think it's for a film done for in quotes us. Not necessarily the
mass market.
Exactly, yes. It's more like done for us. Which I appreciate because there's not too many stuff done for me in Nollywood. So whenever I see it, I'm like, let me hold it strong.
And watch it. And support it as best.
Way back.
Love music and love life, love movies, love series, love Sehudai. You are listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1 and you can join this discourse as always. WhatsApp line 0911 999 0981. Before the breather, Oris was telling us his thought on the difference or the comparison between Sehudai and Yahoo Plus. So back to it.
Yeah, exactly. So Sehudai, you can tell, I think they had a little bit more budget. It's on Prime anyway. Sorry, it's on the Blue app. I'm sorry. And so, what's their name? You could tell that, yes, Yahoo Plus had absolutely no money. But I'm saying that in terms of what they were trying to achieve, I'll say that I really consider Yahoo Plus a very good film, to be honest. It's just low budget. I really, really like it. And I think it's such a cleverly done film. So, Sehudai is clever on the level of ambition, I think. Yahoo Plus is clever on the level of budget. There's a interesting difference there because for Nollywood films, you kind of need everybody to be what's the word now? Everybody in a film project has to kind of have the same vibe going on. I think that you couldn't quite tell. You could tell that some certain choices made in Stay Who Die were the result of somebody who is really, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. Meanwhile, for Yahoo Plus, it's more like, we don't have the money, let us do this. It's a subtle difference. So in my head, I honestly feel like
Do
Yahoo
you
Plus
feel
is a
they
better
collected the
film.
money first for Say Who Die, then they put it, or they did what they could do, then eventually they, licensed it?
Oh, that you mean Prime?
Yeah.
I would say that I believe that it was part of an agreement from, of course, before the Red App, before everybody started to disappear. they had
they already had
certain-
an agreement.
Yes,
who
they had
directed,
certain people.
produced?
So the director of this one is an actor, Paul Utoni.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I know Paul Utoni.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is Paul, according to him, I'm quoting
Third.
him now, his fourth feature.
Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah, but his first one was the one that showed up in Afrifa, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, Country Hard.
Yeah.
You could, the same funny, you can tell that it's the same person that did the world movies. You know why? You can tell
Style.
that, yes, the style. You can tell this person is trying to aim for something that isn't particularly,
Nollywood.
yes.
Typical.
But he wants to do it in Hollywood.
I get your point.
You get?
Yeah.
So you could tell that with the multiple storylines in
There's
Country
one-
Hard.
Yeah.
And in this time, you can tell, okay, screwball comedy, can you naturalize it to Nigeria's kind of what you're trying to achieve this time? So it's like I'm saying that, I kind of appreciate what they're up
Have
to,
you
but
seen
I also
Payday?
believe that he needs to do it. No, I haven't seen Payday.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think you need to do it a second and third time to really hit it. For now, it's more like a 5.56 over 10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Will that be a recommendation for today?
Yes, no, it's
Oh,
certainly
yes.
yes. I definitely
I mean-
think everybody should see it. And like I said, especially if you are a Smooth FM listener, I think you should certainly Say Who Died.
Who is
What
a
do you
Smooth FM listener?
Thank you.
I think a Smooth FM listener is everybody in this studio right now. Sheon, myself, and you. Rabo.
No, give us the
No, we're not
profile.
the
How
same
do
show. No, we're
how
not
do
like
you-
You're not like
we are
Show,
not like
Show,
Show,
that's
no,
a Show.
how
no.
how do you
Yeah.
profile a
Like-
Smooth FM listener,
Yeah.
especially the one that should see the movie?
Yeah.
Somebody who is reasonably exposed, who is more exposed to global cinema, at least American or Western cinema, a lot more than the average person is.
Reasonably exposed.
Yes, what that would mean is that you've seen not just the action flicks like John Wick, you've also seen some of these comedies, you've seen some of their dramas, you've seen some of those that have won the Oscars. I think if you are that kind of a person, you should see Say Who Died. Of course, you can tell that certain things are not quite there yet.
Okay.
But I think you can also appreciate that, okay, maybe if they do this again or a second or a third time, they'll hit it.
All right, then let's talk about Nollywood, but this time we're talking about the amount Nollywood is getting in. According to the latest released numbers and data, it says that Nigeria's box office has crossed a major threshold, generating not one, not two, but 10 billion naira in ticket sales by the end of August 2025. So, in terms of the comparison, this is a 58% increase compared to what it did last year at this period.
Unfortunately, I do not know what this means in terms of dollars.
Why, Ulrich? You just have to bring in your vibe.
Wait, look, it's not my vibe, it's about economics, So you wonder, so two things, you need to
Hold
compare
on.
these two.
Let me interrupt you a little.
All right.
Apologies for that. What do you think the world will look like without spending dollars?
Normal.
How do you without spending dollars?
Yes, a de-dollarized world where dollar is not the benchmark for everything.
Well, it's a different world economically, but I don't know. I mean, I read a report from The Economist, funny, maybe 2 weeks ago, where they said that I think it's Korea, is it South Korea? One of these Asian countries, or it's China. Yes, sorry, it's China. China and Russia are trying to emphasize a need to actually take away the dollar as the standard currency for global transactions. But I don't think they will succeed. So that's my thought. So it will be a different
Never
world.
say never.
I say never. Because funny, this conversation kind of began, or this is like a business thing, with the SWIFT whatever arrangement during the pandemic when they were trying to take away, when Russia, Ukraine, that whole thing. They're trying to say, hey, is it possible to remove dollar from the SWIFT network? I don't think it's possible.
Anything is possible now. Let's come back to movies. 10 billion naira, 8 months, Nigeria
Like I
box
said,
office.
so two things, like I said, you need to think about these numbers in terms of one, the dollar, okay, compared to what does that mean? Is this an increase or a decrease if we are going to speak about this in terms of the dollar? One. Two, what are the seats that have been sold, the ticket sales?
1.84 million seats.
Seats, okay. And what was it? Yeah, did they say what it was last year?
16% up from 1.59.
Oh, so that's yes. Okay, so for me, that's a progress. Actually, this is actually the progress. I think that we can say, hey, something has happened here. And of course, we all know that Madame Funke is showing up again in December. So it looks to me like, yeah, this might be a great year. I do not know that it probably compares to like pre-pandemic levels, but on like year on year, yeah, this is good success. Good for them. I wonder how many movies from us though, that's Nollywood, are represented in these figures. That would be the thought thing to think about as well.
But to your point, you were mentioning how much is it in dollars. I mean, regardless of that fact, if you're going to answer that question about how many Hollywood, how many Nollywood, the fact is, not Hollywood is not stopping giving us films.
Okay.
Like, regardless of the numbers, that they're still giving us.
Oh no, of course they must.
And they would know, to any sane person, not those who decided to bring Red App and Blue App to Nigeria, but like those who would see numbers and understand that, in as much as this country is not up to par in terms of currency value with the dollar, if they're able to still make, that in million or that in billion or that in whatever X, I think this is still a good market. It's just a case of the exchange rate isn't favorable to us at the moment. So it doesn't really still, hurt them if they can let the movie go, make whatever money they can, and,
I wonder about that. I don't know that for them this is particularly viable, but if it's two eyeballs, it's two eyeballs, right? It's it probably counts. But I'm saying that when you think about when you're given the figures, the internet figures from the trade magazines in the US, they never ever mention us.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, because of what you said in terms of the value of what the dollar will be. But me, I'm now saying, imagine a Red App or a Blue App having progress like this year in, year out. Do you think they would have left?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. They might.
No,
because
they wouldn't.
Also, if the projection was okay, if the projection was like, okay, in our fifth year, we'll be at 200,000 subscribers, for instance. And when they begin over the first 4 years, all they can get up, even if it's an increase, they finally get up to 170. Do you think they'll still
always
think about it like that?
What I'm saying is, just because year in, year out we are progressing,
it means something to these guys.
Do you get? So
I mean, I hope so.
No, but before they even came to Nigeria, I'm sure they said, okay, we know that this currency is not dollar. So I'm sure they would not be silly enough to expect that we're going to be making that much money in terms of value if you're going to exchange it to the dollar. I wouldn't think they'll be that silly. So I'm saying in terms of progress, because streamers were not making progress with signups or even money. Like there was there was nothing. It was dropped into a basket.
We don't know that.
We know.
We don't know that. When they said, what's it called? The Red App left at 169,000 subscribers. Who's to say that wasn't progress from the previous year? We don't know that. We don't know that.
Okay. We can go on and on
because they don't publish their records.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They don't publish their records. But we are going off of like this now.
So. All right, still related to streaming and revenue. Nollywood producers to receive additional earnings on streaming platform, and I'm just going to read out parts of it. I don't know if you saw this or you're aware of it. Hold on, I'm going to read it. Circuits. Yes. Oh, you're not aware?
They're giving them money.
Don't you know Circuits?
I know Circuits. No. I know Circuits.
Okay.
Choma.
No, she's no longer there.
She's not with them. But like that person from that place.
Yeah.
So like they're giving them money.
Additional earnings on top of their minimum guarantee and licensing fees under the new payout structure.
So where is this money coming from?
No, but they are telling you now. It's clear
how it is doing.
I want to know where the money is coming from.
Yeah. So if they have 2,000 people subscribed to, I guess, see your film, and they thought only 20 people were going to do it, they're already giving you money for that one. Now that it's 2,000, okay, come and take small jara from the percentage. Okay. It's like a back end arrangement.
Yeah. What do you
think?
So,
whether the platform is making money, you don't know that one.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know that one.
Now, okay, now
wait. I don't think this is fair because all they're saying is, look, we have changed our structure to be probably more attractive to people who want to use our platform. However, whether they're making money from the platform right now is silent on that one.
Just like there's some headings you read there.
I don't think it's about heading.
No, it's not. It's not about the heading. We're talking about first. I mean, if you hear what Oris is saying, yes, the creators for now, they're the ones. I think the more they are on the platform, the better.
The better, of course.
Yes. So eventually, for them, we hope it all goes well.
Nollywood producers to receive additional. Let me rephrase this. Listen. what do you call the lady football team?
Falcons.
Super Falcons to receive $100,000 or additional earnings to the $100,000 on. I mean, it's like, oh, so they give them more money, guaranteed.
But you're thinking about something that's not particularly commercial. This is a commercial entity. So
Exactly.
All right.
So the only thing is, yes, we do not know whether our streaming platforms are making money. That's one I don't think anybody knows, and I'm not sure they want to tell us yet.
Because
let us hold up on that one.
All right. Speaking of money, I don't know if Oris was able to follow up on this one, but it was Irabo that brought it to my notice. I suppose he has digested it, and it's RSA of Smart Money Woman calling out the particular government official for what it looks like a funding scam. So I'm going to allow Irabo to go first.
First of all, please, whoever is hearing, if you have connections to the government, we have Oris here. Come and give Oris that work so that I can retire in peace. I will just.
Can you imagine? This is the problem of Nigeria. You want to retire because I haven't got a job.
Yes, because I know you will do the job.
Oh my goodness.
Me, I will do whatever I can do.
What you can do. Indeed.
Like, please, whoever is at the OVP or the P office or anywhere, like, see work now where person just they use anyhow.
Yeah.
Like, this is disgraceful. When I saw the story, I say,
this is assuming that we believe her entirely.
No, whatever the case, even
so like you're saying there are different sides to the story?
There are two sides to the story.
There might be. I'm not saying there are. I'm just saying there might be.
There might be.
Okay, go on, please.
But yeah, but give us the background. I don't think.
No, no. I'm not TMZ in this. I'm just coming at it from the standpoint of we're here trying to make an industry become.
No, but I'm saying that our listeners don't know what we're talking about. We are discussing it.
No, that's why I gave it to you.
Oh, yeah, she handed that to you. Actually.
Okay, RSA, the lady behind Smart Money Woman, the book.
RSA Ugu. Let's use the full name, please.
Okay, RSA Ugu. Because of the other singer. Okay, yeah. So RSA Ugu, the lady behind Smart Money Woman, the TV series, the movie, the book, everything, even the podcast as well. So she obviously has released these types of content that we've seen, but now because she needs more funding and backing and everything, she tried to partner with the special assistant to the office of the vice president on creative and digital economy, to get funding, to get representation and all that. So apparently there was productive conversations between both of them, but again, with how Nigeria works, sometimes it is claimed that this guy started promising certain things in the name of the OVP's office and was only able to remit, I think, 5 million naira out of like a possible promise of, I'd say, out of, I think the pot was 1.5 billion for one half of one funding, not to her directly, but like the pot was to be taken from, you get what I mean? So then there was another one with millions of dollars and all that. Like the guy tried to get a lot of clout from the publicity on Bella, on Pulse, on all the other, platforms, snapping pictures with the actresses, like just basically milking the whole thing. But at the end of the day, the guy didn't, tender any money beyond just the 5 million, which he even posted on his story, which I feel was just very disgraceful for a government official to even be responding to such, or even to even be involved in such as well, and responding like that, again. So he's no more with them at the moment. I think it was suspended.
Yeah, it looks like.
So, but I mean, he's still active on social media, still doing whatever he's doing. But when I went through his posts, and it just got me, thinking, I don't have any issue with coverage. Like if you go for an event, people need to see what you're doing all. But there was just this thing about it, like the way pastors would do.
Why pastors?
With the so like I pastors that would promote themselves, not the church.
No, I get what you're saying.
So he was just like,
Instagram fosters a certain level of narcissism. Anyway,
not across board now. It cannot be across board for everything. No, I disagree. So like seeing it just was disgusting to me. Like I'm in business class, I'm sipping. I'm like what?
Yeah, there's a government official, which is
what are you doing? Taxpayers, like what is in bad? Like poor taste, man. Yeah. And what work have you even done? You're going here, traveling here. The thing was just so.
Yeah, but I'm fair. The reason why I was saying earlier that he definitely has a side to this is that none of this would have come to the light if actually if he wasn't suspended. The only reason why she feels emboldened to do this now because this is something that happened maybe 2 or 3, maybe last year or so. It's been a while then. This has happened.
I've been tracking since.
Yeah. So what has happened is that he gets suspended. RSA gets emboldened to show up on social media to come and say, hey, this is what you did, and I don't like that you did this. But if this man was still in power, I really doubt that she would have done all of this. So for me, that's kind of like that thing, like, humans, okay, no longer serves my purpose. But I can now.
What was that
attack.
point when he well, again, that would be silly of her too, because even if it has happened, I'm saying, knowing that you're going to be working with other people now be like, this one looks like somebody, if we try to help her, don't help us more, then she'll go and be so.
No, definitely no. This is how the world works. Certainly, she should know that's going to happen.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
AKA
like,
blacklisting.
Why did she do that? Again,
the thing is,
it's funny.
But you must know that first things first. I will say that she could do the book, find a way to get it to the Red app initially, and actually I seem to have had like an arrangement with the Red app to even do a series.
Yeah,
before it fell through, like, and then she put it on YouTube. Which was kind of weird. Anyway, it means that RSA on her own is significantly financially. No, she's financially fine in a way. So my point is, she's taking this risk knowing that she doesn't really need all of these things. Of course, it would help, but generally speaking, she will be fine. I think a person who is less financially empowered and is probably newer to the industry would not be able to have the balls to do what she's done.
And then what if she is financially, Oris, so maybe it's different personalities. Okay. There's going to be a level of me being financially set that some things that people do, I will just be looking at.
Okay, let me cut in, Irabo. So you're saying that if all was well financially, she didn't need to do this.
If I watched the video 4 times and she was saying, she needed money, that's why she was trying to, even post the way he wanted to post. That's why she was doing like bending backwards, literally or figuratively or whatever, like trying to just please the guy. So if you had money, you won't be pursuing who wants to give you money and decides not to give you money now.
Okay, now let's hold on to the issue about the money thing. But on the other hand is funding. You know how many times we will talk about funding that were declared in the news. You would hear 2 billion naira or dollars to be released to creative in Nollywood, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, we often say that these people, who are you releasing the money to? Where is the structure to pay out? So let's talk about that issue. So beyond that, is it a function of we need the money so bad, or you have said you're going to give money? What needs to be done for you to give the money?
Exactly.
I'll answer it like this based on what I was trying to say. Me, I'll speak personally.
All right.
Say I have money, like rest, like forget the thing I even need you to do for me, I can do it and I would still not be hurt. If you don't give me money, I know.
So you're saying that anyone who wants to go into the industry of making movies on their own, they should not even bother to think about whatever promises made, whatever scheme, whatever funds, whatever grants.
That's why we have the jackpot syndrome. Because you cannot hope on. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, I mean, look, for me, I think it's just a story where I needed this. I was saying needed this thing to be done, and she needed it from the government. She wanted some kind of support from the government.
It wasn't.
And this was the guy who was in charge of that, and he could do it in a way, but he failed to do as much as she expected him to do. But he had incredibly demanding demands, from her, which she tried to.
Which I feel is more than what was said.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We'll move on.
Well, yes. In any case, I guess point is this: he did something really bad, and now that he's suspended. I'm in some of these Nollywood groups. Let's just say the guy doesn't have a great reputation, but let's see what happens going forward. Yes, he doesn't. He has apparently this is kind of what
he does.
Yes, in the sense that you work with him in a way. Of course, he wants the clout, which you can understand from a government perspective. You want them to be able to say, "Hey, this is what I did while I was there." But in terms of like what people have said they got from the ministry, it is not substantial enough for them to feel like they are.
Now.
How is it?
Like your
if
reputation,
record,
so your reputation across board with the people.
But you can see that one of the things she said is that he used it to get clout. He was on all the media platforms. If tomorrow you show up and you want to say, "Hey, when XXX, I know his name anyway, but let me not mention it. XXX was in power. What did he do?" You see, like on Google, at least there'll be a lot of stuff.
He was taking
pictures
with actress.
Okay.
Exactly something.
There's nothing. What did he do?
No, there was the announcement that the government did this for the film. It was there.
On a final note
Yeah.
on that one, so does it mean
Yeah.
if we were to blame someone, because this is one of the reasons why I often say that the government is not abstract, the government refers to people. So if we were to blame someone for all this higi haga, in the words of Obayago, so we're going to be blaming this particular guy as the government, or we're blaming the government who put this guy into place and didn't even vet him
I can answer
first.
that one. I can answer that one simply. So, because people are people, you can go through all. I mean, somebody sold an airport that never existed before. Do you understand what I'm saying? So,
Oh yeah. Oh, there was one in an African. Sorry to interrupt. An African. I've forgotten. Is it Malawi? No, it's not Malawi. Where the son of the president sold the national carrier. Go on.
So, like, people are people. So you can have somebody who can fake it and everything.
Sure.
I blame the person, because when you're giving that mantle of responsibility, I feel that you have to set your ego aside and just do your job and let it go.
But this person apparently was a photographer. I'm not even sure he knows enough about this the industry and cinema.
And then
to choose right.
Wait, he was just a photographer.
That's kind of his major job. That's what they knew him for before he became king.
Snapping
Before he became king.
So from snapping pic. Wait, no, wait.
Next story.
No. I'm coming. Wait. No, I don't have an issue with no. See, I know intelligent photographers that I've had conversations with about. Like, I'm just saying, so like.
Why be a photographer when you can be the financier of motion pictures?
So why don't I use it to God, Oris, you must get this position. I swear to God. No, seriously.
What's become my chief.
No, guy, no, now. Imagine this that will be done now.
Fair enough. But anyway, show please.
We need to go on. And to the next story, I don't know how we are going to feel about it. And this is about Nollywood's need for intimacy coordinators and coaches. Because Osasi Godaro casually dropped in a recent interview that once upon a time, a co-star that was supposed to be in a scripted kissing scene shoved that tongue or his tongue down her throat.
14 years old.
Well. I think I've seen a video from maybe months ago where a different actress, not somebody as popular as Osasa, said something about how they do a certain thing called dry kissing in the industry, and then there are actors, actresses, who engage in this, and they want to make it a wet kiss. So I guess this is something that happens in the industry.
Oris, this dictionary is piling up. So scam premier, dry kissing.
No, she actually did a demonstration. I hope I have the term right. But she did something about how you can
kiss your.
This is something with her forearm anyway, where it felt like, and then she showed the camera. There was no saliva on the arm. Yeah, exactly. And so that's kind of what they are supposed to do in Hollywood or wherever.
So what happens in the middle?
But lips still touch.
Yeah, of course. So what happens in the middle that somebody changes his or her mind in the middle of the kiss and changes?
Yeah, so that's what she was complaining about.
Sweet, Abby.
Sweet what?
Yeah. So
professional.
This is what she was complaining about. That yes, it like they break. This is what we're supposed to do, but these people, these guys, these girls, whatever it is, they break the
character.
Maybe they won't be saying this if they had a crush or they like the other person.
Yeah,
if December did that, they don't go mind.
So something else. She always going to take offense to that.
I'm saying the constant interruption.
Anyway, So she was saying that some actors do this where they switch from a dry act, what is supposed to be the industry standard, to something different, and it was something she wanted to call out. This is a few months ago, but she's not as popular as herself, so I guess it didn't quite get enough notice in the media. But in any case, I think this would mean that maybe we should have intimacy coordinators. I just wonder what that would look like. Let's not forget that this is not much different, other than, of course, we're talking about sex. No, from what happened with the actor who was in the scene with what's his name, Zubi Michael, who got kicked in the chest.
Oh yeah.
It is pretty much the same thing. Even that we have an agreement on this is how it should be, but then you change it for whatever reason. It's arbitrary.
What has the guild done or said?
Yeah, so but like this was a casual thing. People just noticed that she said this because she wasn't drawing attention to it per se in what she was doing. It was just like something she just mentioned. Well, I don't know.
But that points to other issues where in the industry, it feels like the provision for many things that ought to be in a standard industry are not made, because it feels like having an intimacy coordinator, having a safety coordinator, or people who you feel will be extra hands that you have to pay will be luxury.
Essay to the OVP has left the chat.
Yes, yes. In a way,
Funding,
yes.
funding
So
that was supposed to
it's-
have left the chat.
Yeah, so it's a regulatory problem. But again, let's not forget, even in the US, I know that for Anora, the movie that won Best Picture this year, there was news that what's her name, Mickey Madison, who won Best Actress, did not want to use intimacy coordinators. And the film, if you've seen the film, is a very raunchy, sex all over the place kind of movie. You know, so and people were saying, hey, that I have seen it. Sorry, last year. And people were saying that it's what's it called now?
Boy, this guy came in his naughty shirt today.
People were saying that it wasn't quite right that she had refused to use intimacy coordinators, and the entire film actually didn't use. But Sean Baker, the director, provided it. So it means it happens elsewhere, and mistakes could happen as well. I guess the problem here is that this seems like
not
intentional. No, these are intentional breaches of, like, maybe say an unwritten contract. And that's where there's a problem, I guess, in the industry. But I think that Nollywood has to solve the problem themselves. Nobody on the outside can say, hey, this is what should happen.
So you think, because when we say mistake, I know mistakes can happen, but I don't know how mistakes happen where what was supposed to be, you go the extra length. So do you think that the
I'm supposed to kick him and
consequences...
stop here, but I did this. I'm supposed to kiss her and stop here, and I did this.
No,
I'm saying it's
that's
possible.
more. Yeah, there is a level of possibility. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So do you
possibly.
think that maybe if we have stiff penalties or consequences, people are going to keep themselves in line?
No, of course, that's always the problem with the entire country, regulatory problems. In that, okay, you say this is supposed to be penalized, but people are not penalized. That's the problem with Nigeria. Like, there are crimes but no consequences.
Who's your acting crush? Like actress? Like, do you have any?
I've never heard Boris talk about such.
Do you have any?
It's a I know that has a million.
No, it's plenty.
I'm interested in this detail.
Which is why I shall not supply it now.
So let's do it like this.
You can talk about it off air.
Let's do it like this. That your acting crush. Let's say you had a scene like a cameo or something.
Oh God.
You know.
I will stick to the rules. You know, but that's my
not you doing overboard. Like if the person did overboard.
That's an interesting.
That's what I was trying to ask. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I still think it's I should still feel some type of way about it.
But why was it interesting?
Just because for a moment I forgot that you're talking about you're speaking about in the professional terms.
Okay.
Oh, let's quickly cross over to Hollywood, where Will Smith, Westbrook are signing their first look deal with Paramount to make possible franchise films. Now, for context,
Nollywood. Okay. Sorry.
What?
Yes.
You can come on to something with Nollywood. Why is that such? Why is he actually saying what?
But
These people, unpatriotic people.
Mo has a deal with Westbrook now.
Yes, this is like 10 years ago. We've not seen anything from that. But anyway.
Oh yeah, go on with your thoughts.
No, there are no. I was just thinking that I would like very much if Will Smith could say, hey, you know what? These people in this place, so they might be interesting to do something with. The problem, as always, which is what I've always said, that even when we say, hey, maybe it is time for, maybe rather, let's say Hollywood, any of these very developed industries say, hey, we want to do something with this country called Nigeria. Now, all of that is going to be, do we have the personnel? Which director would I say 100% work with this?
They
person?
don't
That's
necessarily.
always my concern, honestly.
I feel they don't necessarily have to go all in at once. They can start with casting a few Nollywood actors and actresses.
Okay, so even so, I remember that. I think I've said this on air once, that back in 2016 or so, I was on a flight with Ose Ukeje, and I remember him telling me, and this Ose was one of the top guys at the time.
Yeah,
I remember him telling me that he was nervous that if he ever got an opportunity to act on
the big
a
stage.
super international, because at the time he had done a film with a South African director. He was nervous because he didn't think that anything he'd done up until that moment had challenged him enough to feel that if these people came calling, he would be able to deliver. So I'm saying that even as we speak now, I will really, really, really I'll be stumped if you asked me, hey, 3 actors that, okay, these people want to do some Sean Baker, I don't know, Will Smith, Idris Elba, whatever, wants to work with. Which 3 actors would I suggest that they work with?
Genevieve Ome. Number one.
I don't know. So, because again, there's a problem here. It's like, okay, you haven't seen these people being pushed in a certain instance. If it's a cameo, maybe that's fine. But for like, okay, say something that has like a handful.
Franklin.
I just don't think. So again, you must remember again that the kind of acting that we do in Hollywood is highly melodramatic.
Yes.
How can I trust that this person can strip off that, or rather those layers of melodrama to say, hey, we want naturalistic acting on the screen? So who does it? Look, wait, let me continue. Sorry. There's a film called Eyomofe, which I talk about.
Yes, now.
Eyomofe, I think the lead actor, I was so impressed with what he was, because he felt to me like one guy that I've always seen in the neighborhood. He was so natural, and I was thinking to myself, where did you get this guy from? Because I've never seen him. He had a very Ukatiki or something, a very Nigerian name, but I was not aware of him. And then I realized, he's based in the UK. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. So in a sense, I do not know too many people here who can strip off artifice from their acting.
So Oris, that's what I'm trying to say. So the way to go about all this is all the funding that we've been talking about. You don't necessarily have to start boom at once. You can pick it apart. Do some films. Let them even make some mistakes. Do some trainings. That's what the money needs to be used for. So that you can even use to
make mistake, please. You're coming to a different country.
Make mistakes. Come on.
So I guess in the nearest future, maybe we're going to have the Fresh Prince of Lekki Phase 1. And on that note, thank you, gentlemen, for your time as always. Thank you for being in the studio today. It's a public holiday, but you're here.
Yeah.
No salami for you, but you are here. That is so
I thought you brought.
No.
Honestly,
My name is
Oluwaseun.
Yes.
This woman consistently does this to us. Let us go.
Consistency falls around.
I mean, in life, you can be anything. Just make sure that you are consistent. So, are you back on socials? No, there is no Aspire to Maguire here.
Okay.
So, we're going.
Oh, yeah. So, I am Kachoris on the Twitters.
Oh.
And on Instagram.
I was about to celebrate
You have 12 followers now.
You saw them, Abi?
Please, guys, on Instagram, please follow our African film
That's true.
handle. It's called Film Efiko Africa. FILMEFIKO Africa. We have about 300 and
that's
something.
gross.
That's good now.
Gross.
We got the account. They gave us back the account after 2 weeks while I was away. Maybe they saw that I was in Switzerland, so they had to give me back. Because whenever I asked, they didn't give me back. Anyway, they gave us back the account, and we've kind of grown a bit since then. So please follow us. It's Film Efiko Africa.
Okay, and you guys do have the verified thing. So
somebody said to pay for it, and maybe that would prevent them from willy-nilly deleting our account. So I'm like, I can try it. I don't think it does anything, but you know what? It's not bad. It's not too expensive, so that's fine.
And now we're about close to 100, has 13 followers.
Go follow her. So yes, my own personal account on I don't have it because I'm just like, please, I'm tired of them. And I can't even think. I used to have Kachoris Gram.
Kachoris now.
What is the next Kachoris?
Kachoris there.
It's too long.
Kachoris IG.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure having you as always. Next week we'll go again, all things being equal. And you can find them on their respective social media pages with the handles. You know that it's a Friday, even if it's a public holiday, we continue with Golden Oldies and the Casbah. My name is Oluwaseun Olusegun.
Speaking of Sheon, did you ever say what the third Olu is?
What was that?
I would have to kill you if I told you.
And looking at this, your hands is impossible actually.
Oh no, I don't use hands.
What do you use?
Gun. Or leg.
People who actually haven't held guns think that it's easy. Your hand will scatter with the gun, man. I can assure you.
See leg.
What's your size? What's your shoe size?
30.